Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to talk about the next 25 years. There's this idea that we're entering a period called the Great Progression, and it could completely reinvent everything about our daily lives. I'm talking about our jobs, the stuff we buy, even the food on our plates, all by 2050.
So, according to the futurist Peter Leiden, the year 2025 isn't just another year on the calendar. He makes the case that it's a massive, world-historic tipping point, a moment where all the old systems we're used to are kind of falling apart and something totally new is about to be born.
So what's behind this huge shift? Well, it's not just one thing. It's actually three gigantic technologies. That's artificial intelligence, clean energy, and bioengineering. And they are all hitting their exponential growth curve at the exact same time. That convergence, that perfect storm, is really the engine for everything that's coming next.
Now, to really get a handle on where we're heading, it actually helps to look back. Turns out this feeling of chaos and uncertainty we all have right now, it isn't new. There's this powerful 80-year cycle in American history that helps explain, well, pretty much everything we're living through.
When you look at American history, this wild pattern just jumps out at you. Roughly every 80 years, the country goes through some kind of massive crisis. You know, the Civil War, World War II, that just tears down the old way of doing things. But here's the amazing part. Right after each crisis, what follows is a 25-year boom of incredible innovation and progress. And if that pattern holds, the next one is starting right now.
You can think of it as a kind of creative destruction, right? In the 1860s, the slave labor economy had to end to make way for the industrial age. Then, in the 1930s, after the Great Depression, that hands-off, laissez-faire capitalism was replaced by a more regulated system. So the argument is that today, our carbon-based economy is that old system that's on its way out, making room for something new.
Okay, so let's dig into the engines of this new era. We're going to break down these three technologies that are, as we speak, hitting their tipping points. First up, of course, is artificial intelligence. The comparison here is really simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Just think about how steam engines and motors amplified our physical strength. Well, AI is about to do the same thing for our brains, for our mental powers. It's really the culmination of the entire digital age.
One of the biggest promises of AI is that it can create abundance. So think about education. Personalized one-on-one tutoring has always been a luxury, right? Something only the wealthy could afford. But very soon, any kid could have their own personal AI tutor, 24/7, that perfectly adapts to how they learn. That could completely change how a whole generation grows up. And it's not just for kids. Think about your work life. Imagine everyone having a personal executive assistant. I mean, something that used to cost a six-figure salary will soon be available for maybe $20 a month. It'll handle your calendar, do research, take care of all the boring stuff, freeing you up, whether you're just starting your career or you're a CEO, to focus on what really matters.
Okay, the second revolution is clean energy. And there's a really important difference here. See, unlike coal or oil, which you have to go find and dig up, solar power is a technology. And just like a computer chip, the cost of that technology just keeps dropping and dropping over time.
And the crazy thing is, this isn't some far-off dream. This is the economic reality today. It's already 50% cheaper to build a brand new solar plant than a new coal plant. This is going to lead to a future of abundant, clean, and incredibly cheap energy. And that unlocks all sorts of possibilities, like making it affordable to desalinate ocean water for places that desperately need it.
The third tipping point is bioengineering, and this is where we start to fundamentally rethink the physical world around us, how we make literally everything, from our food to the packaging it comes in.
So, for the last century or so, we've relied on industrial production. You know, we take dead, inert materials like metal and plastic, and we engineer them. The 21st century, though, is going to be all about biological production. We're learning how to grow the things we need, to work with living systems instead of just fighting against them.
This approach could help us solve some of our most massive environmental headaches. I mean, take the plastic bottle. It's like the symbol of pollution, right? The new way is to create a bio bottle that's literally grown from living materials. So instead of floating in the ocean for centuries, it can be designed to just dissolve in a few weeks, returning safely back to nature. We're talking about solving the plastic crisis at the source.
And this revolution is coming to your dinner plate too. We can now grow real meat, and I don't mean a plant-based substitute, I mean actual animal meat from a single cell in a lab. This cultured meat
is identical to what you get from a farm, but it's way more efficient and sustainable. It's predicted that by 2040, this could just be a normal thing you pick up at the grocery store.
So, look, these technologies aren't just about cool new products. They are fundamentally powerful new tools that we can use to rethink and rebuild the core parts of our civilization, from our economy all the way up to our governments.
When you have tools that create both abundance and sustainability, you have to ask, what kind of economy can we build with this? The goal could be what some are calling sustainable capitalism, an economy that uses these new techs to create wealth, but does it while protecting the planet and making sure those benefits are shared widely, not just with a few people at the top.
And you can apply that same logic to how we govern ourselves. I mean, our representative democracy was designed with the technology of the 18th century. We're talking quill pens and printing presses. So what could a digital democracy look like, rebuilt with the tools of the 21st century, like AI and instant global communication?
As Leiden says, you have to think that the founders would be insane not to use these tools if they were here today. The basic goals are the same: tap into the will of the people, protect everyone's rights. But the tools we have to get there are just infinitely more powerful now.
So it really feels like we're on the cusp of a 25-year boom of innovation. But this future isn't just going to happen on its own. It has to be actively built by all of us. Which leaves us with the final and probably most important question of all. What role will you play in building it? Thanks for joining us.